So this is the engine that is now in my vehicle. This is not my 28-year-old engine. You see this? Which some said to me, that's just grease. That's silver paint. That's coming off this cylinder right here. That's silver paint. You're going to tell me that after 28 years of this engine being barely used and everything, that it's going to still have silver paint on it like that? I believe, from the looks of it, they tried to clean it up. But they can't. Anything you're going to put on it is just going to make it wetter. So, this is the engine that they put in here. This is not my motherfucking engine. I don't know if they cut over here. I mean, I'm just learning about this stuff. But it looks, from the look of it, that they cut this. And then they resealed it. That's what it looks like to me, the cylinder. So what I'm thinking is that this cylinder base is where the number to the engine is. That's why they kept this. Now, I don't know that yet, but that's what I would think. And then they replaced this, which is not the engine that came with this bus. Can I prove that? Not yet. Do I know that? Fuck yeah, because I can hear my fucking engine. So I'm going to start this engine now. And because I don't want the dogs to fall in it, I'm going to close this up. Because it doesn't matter, you can still hear it. And you can hear that it ain't my engine. I'm hoping that I made videos from before that had the sound of my engine in it. I don't know that to be true. I'm so messed up. I mean, right now, I'm extremely sore from the raping and the sodomy and the torture. My finger was all fucked up. It went down remarkably. Not remarkably. It went down some. They took x-rays. They said that none of this stuff is broken. But, you know, that's why she thinks she's hot shit. Because she can do this shit without breaking my shit. So let's see. Now see, this should be sounding guttural. Like a bus. That is how my bus sounded. And when I drive this thing, it sounds whiny. It sounds not right. I drove this bus for miles and miles and miles. I drove it 11 hours from San Fran to LA. Like that fan sound. Should be way louder. That guttural, I don't know how to describe it. Hopefully people who understand engines and all that other stuff can really understand. But first of all, anybody who pays attention to their shit, who pays attention to their bus, or to their bus, see, that's me, being tired and fucking abused and fucking raped and trying to deal. Anybody who pays attention to their vehicle when they're driving and has been driving their vehicle for a while knows. And the fact of the matter is, I was paying especially close attention to it. Oh, there's the dog food. Damn it. I was paying especially close attention to it because I was worried. Because it's a 28-year-old bus, you know, that had literally not ever been driven. And I was like, is this going to be okay? And I am not shitting you. You know what that bus told me? You know what this bus told me? It said, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I was meant to drive. I have a kick-ass engine. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go places. Like, I'm telling you, this thing was ready to fucking fly. And not fly fast, but fly. Coast. Just like its name. You know? And now, this thing will go hit up to 80 kilometers, no problem. It'll go up to 100 kilometers, you know? That did not happen. I drove this bus all around. I cruised in the right lane. I couldn't go faster. You know, if I pushed it, if I tried to get up to 80 kilometers, it was telling me, I don't like it, you know? It was telling me that's not where I want to be. That does not make me happy, you know, when you push me that far. And so I pretty much coasted usually at 60, 70, you know, tried to go as fast as I could, as much as the bus felt comfortable with me doing it. Because I love the shit out of my goddamn bus. Love it. You know? Love this bus. And I wanted to baby it. I wanted to take care of it. I wanted it to be happy. And, you know, when it told me I don't want to go to 80 kilometers, I wasn't going to push it. You know? Like I said, occasionally trying to pass an even slower truck, having to push it in, you know, certain places. Everybody knows driving like that, you know, pushing your car a little bit, you know, to make it go faster when, you know, maybe it doesn't really want to. I mean, this is a diesel slow go. And now it goes right up there. But this is what happens, is that about 40, it will shift gears super noticeably. It'll strain and then drop super fast. It doesn't sound right. It's not driving right. I cannot believe that motherfucker from Alex at AutoX in Portland, Oregon, in the fucking, I think almost a month of him having my goddamn bus and him supposed to fix and put in a new diesel heater. He didn't do that. He was supposed to fix the water stuff. He didn't do that. New windshield wipers. Didn't do that. New headlights. Didn't do that. What he did was let people fucking use my bus. That's evidence from the fucking refrigerator. That's evidence from the staining on my fucking, on this stuff. Because literally, this bus wasn't used. And stole my goddamn engine. I will go to the nines to say that that's fucking true. And for them now, for me, all I have to do is find one fucking person to tell the truth. And they have to try to prevent that. So I can't go to a regular car shop. I can't go to anything like that. Because no one's going to tell me that. They're not going to do that. Before I even get there, when I put it in my GPS, those people are going to get a phone call. And I'm either going to get someone that's going to lie to my face and tell me that fucking engine was there for 28 years and that's never been removed, or they're just going to tell me they ain't going to do it. And there's going to be one of the two. And they're going to try their hardest to get somebody to lie and think that I'm going to accept that. I ain't never. Listen to this, Alex. Listen to this syndicate. Listen to this Hells Angels cartel, bitch-ass pieces of shit. I ain't never, ever going to accept that this is my fucking engine. Because I know what my fucking engine sounds like. I fucking know. I know it like the back of my fucking hand. So, there ain't no fucking bullshitting me and fucking lying to me about this shit. None. So, I will keep going. I will keep going until I find someone. And probably because of that, they're going to do shit like whatever that motherfucker did. That I showed you, he walked by. And I ain't going to say who it was. I'm not going to say if it was the guy that just walked by or somebody that walked by earlier. But somebody was hanging out around on the other side of my bus while I was sitting over there. They were over here on this side of the bus. And it seemed suspicious, you know? Kind of disappeared for a little bit. And then he came out. The whole thing is fucking shady as fuck. And right now, my vagina is fucking killing me. I need to shower. I need to fucking figure out my RV. I need to get evidence to people. I gotta figure out this fucking engine. I need help. You know, seriously, like, people out there, like, this is fucking ridiculous. They have everybody. I guarantee I have fucking STDs, and that shit isn't showing up on there. The only reason I tested positive for that one STD is because they didn't think about it. I bet you anything. They didn't even think about it. I don't even remember that fucking STD. It starts with a T. It's because they didn't even fucking think about it. But I bet you anything I got gonorrhea. Fucking syphilis, chlamydia, whatever the fuck. All that shit. I bet you anything. And I bet you anything they're intercepting that shit to try to prevent the fact that that would be evidence and proof of me being fucking raped. So, it is what it is. But you know, there's people that, you know, that's why I say share this video. That's why I say share, because you're gonna tell me there ain't one fucking person out there that can help, that wants to help. You understand who these people are? You understand that they rape children for money, right? You understand that they're the reason why how many hundreds of thousands of people die a year. Like, we get blown away with things like coronavirus, and that's crazy. You know, I get that. It's okay to be blown away by that shit. I get it. But hundreds of thousands of people die a year, and have been for years, from drug overdoses. You know? And that just, you know, that shit just, that's just crazy. You know? That people don't take account for the fact that these people are fucking murderers. They're murderers. They take people's lives. Even the fucking drug addicts, they're still alive. They're roaming around this fucking planet right now, in this fucking town, and the town next door, and town next door to that. I mean, every town I've been to, just saturated with fucking drug addicts. And they're all fucking nuts. And they've all lost it. And they don't give a fuck about themselves. They don't give a fuck about anybody else. I mean, they're done. You know? They're fucking done. They're not human anymore. You know, they shit and fucking everywhere. They just, you know, I mean, it's crazy. And so all those lives, those are all gone too. Those people will never be normal. Those people will never be functional for the most part. The majority of them. So they're going to sit around. They're going to become homeless. They're going to eventually probably stop using drugs because their brain's all fucked up anyways, and they're all crazy and from all the drugs, and they'll have no money for the drugs, and they'll just fucking rot. That's what these people do. Do you understand who I'm up against? When I get some fucking old man with his fucking old lady fucking walking around here to help that motherfucker come near my fucking bus, you know, these are all people helping them. When I walk into an RV place and they fuck me over for these people, they're helping people who murder people, who rape children, who rape women, who are killing our society. What the fuck? Somebody fucking help me. Somebody watch these videos, know that I'm fucking in Oregon, say, hey, you know what? I'll check out your bus. You know? Somebody do that. I'm gonna know if you're legit, because I'll know if you tell the fucking truth. You know? I can look at that shit. I still can't get that fucking silver paint off my fucking finger. That ain't grease. That's silver paint. That ain't gonna come off of a fucking engine that's been sitting for 28 fucking years. No. It looks freshly fucking soldered. That's how it looks to me. But all of that doesn't even matter, because me, I'm a total layman. Don't know really jack shit about that stuff, so I get that. I can drive this bitch and know. My poor fucking bus, this fucking gem that I got my hands on, that I was lucky enough, and even though they fucked up everything else, the heater, the fucking water, the fucking everything else, the bus itself, the engine and the fucking bus itself were fucking awesome. And they couldn't even let me have that. They can't. And I can't live in it. It doesn't have any fucking heat. We slept in it last night. I don't think that was good for Vita. And I don't know if that was because I was in the hospital for hours and hours and they had to be in here by themselves and it was cold. And they came in, I'm sure. Or if it was because of the gang raping and sodomy and torture from the night before, where they moved them around, I'm sure, took them out of the bus, put them in my RV, like whatever the fuck they did. Or because there were cameras, they forced them to stay in here with a bunch of fucking rapists. Somebody fucking do something. You know, I'm sitting here and that motherfucker's over there that fucking did something to my goddamn bus. And the old man who looks like, I'm gonna tell you, after doing this for 12 years, I didn't trust myself at first. It was like, is this someone? And of course, at times, I'm still like,